Hello people, welcome once again to Spicy Talk. This is Stories Unscripted with Onwadia. You know what we do on this segment. It's all about true life stories and event things that are happening that will shock you down to your bone marrow. And today's Stories Unscripted will truly shock you down to your bone marrow. Well, without wasting much time, let us go straight into the story. My blood dey hot. Today's story. Oh, Father. What? Women. I drop cap for you, women. Women. I remove this gele. I can put this gele for you. The things some of you do. The kind of things you do. Oh, even the devil is a learner. Even the devil gets a seat and sit down to learn from you. Okay, we are trying. We are trying very well. Let me go straight into the story. So this man is an Igbo man, a business mogul. This man is a correct businessman who has been doing so well. Traveling to China, bringing in goods. You know how the Igbo men do it. You know when it comes to business, they are very good at it. They will go to any length to get their business going, positively. So this man has been going to China, bringing in containers, like he is financially okay and settled. He's been in this game for a long time. Well, he has been married for quite some time now and have 4 children, 4 kids. Recently, this guy said that the way he fears women, he is not sure he will ever fear the devil that way. He's afraid of his wife, afraid of his daughters, afraid of even his own mother. He can never ever trust this species called women. What his wife has done to him has made him lose total trust to anything that looks like woman. At the mention of woman, he takes off. What happened? He said recently he got a shock of his life, as in something that left him shaking. Something the wife has been doing that left him shaking till this moment now. Okay, so they've been married, they have 4 children, and he said the wife got the apartment where they're living in right now, in the city where they're living now. The wife was one that got the apartment, and the apartment is going, according to the wife, the apartment is 1.5 million. 1.5 million. So he was not around. You know how these big men, you know how they do their thing. They just give the wife the money. Okay, do this and do that. The woman is actually supposed to run the affairs of their home. So he gave her the money, 1.5 million, to get the new apartment they moved into 4 years ago. 1.5 million. And that is what he has been paying. He said, but every year the rent increases from 1.5, 1.8, from 1.8, 2 million. And the reason she kept giving is that the landlord is increasing the rent, complaining of rent hike, like things are becoming expensive and all that. Everybody around the neighborhood is increasing the rent, and this man is not always at home, so the wife runs the show for him. Now recently what he paid for the rent is 2.5 million. Rent he started paying 1.5. Recently he's paying 2.5 million for this rent, for this house. And this rent is yearly. So every year it increases from 1.5 to 1.8, from 1.8 to 2 million, from 2 million to 2.5. Now that is not even the case. He never suspected anything, but he just gets angry, like, what is wrong with this landlord? Anyway, by the time I finish building my house, we'll move out and move out. His business is doing well, so he's actually building. He is actually building. So because of the business, Igbo men now, they put in almost everything into their business. Now the rent is not even the shocker. It's not even what is what got this man shouting. The children's fee, what the wife told him is the school fees, is 400,000 for each where she got the new school, where these children are schooling now, 400K. That is what she told him their school fees is for each child. You know how private schools are in Nigeria. Private schools are quite expensive. So for each child, he's paid 400,000 times it by the 3 children who are in already secondary school, and then the last one is I think around 300,000. It's not a problem still. He's still paying the school fees. And the wife he doesn't ask for receipt. A businessman, he trusts his wife that much. He said there was even a time. Now he has not, but this time when he has not even said, what, how much the real amount is. He said there was a time the wife called that the daughter, one of the daughters, is sick and she's in the hospital. He was in China then. He went to to do business. Said one of the daughters is sick and she's admitted in one of the private hospitals, and she needed money. He wired in some huge amount of money into her account for the child. And by the time he asked to speak with the doctor, somebody now picked this. He called and told the wife that he wants to speak with the doctor, and then the wife gave the phone to someone who picked the call and said they are being discharged now, so there's no problem that the daughter. He was like, who discharges a child after paying such amount of money within a short period of time, like less than 24 hours, that the child is okay now and they are back home? Like, it's ridiculous. No, that raised eyebrow, and he began to, he began to wonder what's going on. Then the wife came up again with the story of the mother-in-law, that is her mother having cancer. That the mother has cancer. Hey, God have mercy. He said he's been sending money to support his mother-in-law, sending money for her treatment. Now, he said when he got back recently, last week, he got back from China and was in Lagos. He ran into the landlord because he said they don't really meet, they don't talk. He's a busy man, so he doesn't really have time. He's always traveling around. So he ran into the landlord and they got talking. But he remembered the landlord. Of course, they got talking. They went somewhere, they were talking. And then he was now confronting the landlord. So why have you been increasing rent? It's crazy from 1.5 million to 2.5 million. That is ridiculous. He said he was so angry. He was so angry with the landlord. Like, why would you do such a thing? Who does that? You are a man like me. You know how the hustling field is. Why would you do that? And the landlord was like, hello, what are you talking about? 1.5 to 2.5? He said the rent never changed from what it was from day one. And the man was like, what? And moreover, where did you even get the 1.5 million? What you have been paying is 900,000 for the duplex. 900,000. 900. He said he did not believe his ears. 900,000, but he said the wife has been collecting 1.5 million, then later 1.8 million, then later 2 million, and then the recent rent was 2.5 million. The landlord opened his mouth. Mogbe! Let me use one Igbo name. Nnamdi, your wife has finished you. Nnamdi, your wife has finished you. The rent never changed from 900,000. It never changed. And he said his head was just ringing. His ears were ringing bell. What did he just hear? What did he just hear? What is this landlord saying? Wait, does it mean the wife has been duping him? Now, that's trust Igbo man now. Trust Igbo man. He started investigating every other money he has been paying. He got the number of the school proprietor, and demanded to know how much the children fee is per child. And they told him it's 180K, 180,000, as against 400,000 the wife has been collecting. At this time, I think at this point I want to put my hand on my head. 180,000. That is is what the school collects. That is the school fees for these children. And the wife has been collecting 400,000 like hot. It did not stop there. He demanded to know about the mother's health, and nobody's talking about the mother having cancer. He called the brothers, the wife's senior brother. Their mother never had a cancer. She was never even admitted in the hospital. Talk more of having cancer. Hey, God have mercy. Hey, women. Hey. I know some of you are saying, spice it up, keep quiet. Keep quiet. Don't spoil game for us. Spice it up will not keep quiet though. I will just talk the one I know I can talk. Women. He said that did not stop there. The daughter was never admitted. The daughter was never sick. In fact, the wife, he said, what even shocks me is that he gives the wife a good amount of money monthly. He doesn't know what she does with all this money. All the money has been sending to her. This is not just it, but like these are just to mention a few. She's comfortable, she's doing well, her business is doing well, yet this woman, his own wife, keep duping him. That he's a businessman. Even if people dupes him 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, it doesn't bother him. But for his wife to dupe him in millions, that is just out of place. Like, there is just no way he's going to accept this. Well, the man recently moved out and fight for moved out here because he said thanks to God they didn't do a court wedding. It's just the traditional marriage. So he left the house and he moved out, gave her time to move because he doesn't want to see her. He wants her to leave the house, but for the sake of the children, he just moved out of the house because he's so afraid of the wife even killing him. He cannot even trust her anymore. He confronted her and then she was just quiet. She couldn't deny it. He said it's even bad that his own children lied to him, especially his daughters. They lied to him. When the daughter was sick, he called and she said she was truly sick, and the daughter answered the call and said that she is in the hospital. So even his own children, the wife has taught them how to lie to him. He left the house for her, told her to prepare to leave, that he will get her people to come to collect the bride price. He will say return her bride price after 4 children, years of marriage. After 4 children, a woman will be sent back home to her parents. Bride price will be returned, all because of dubious activities. Hey! Now, people are begging him to please forgive her. Their pastor is begging, forgive her. Family members are begging. I mean, not his family, her family are begging that he should forgive her. That is the work of the devil. This devil does suffer. That is the devil's handwork. But woman, what have you been doing with your money? What have you been doing with your money? A lot of you women, I know you are watching right now, you are doing this. I've heard several stories, like several mind-boggling stories of women duping their husbands, especially when it comes to school fees. Tell the husband different figure from what the school is demanding for. Everything they increase because these men are never around. These men are always busy working, sweating it out there to bring food on the table, to pay the bills, to make sure the family is comfortable. And you as a woman, you're seated there, finishing your husband's money, duping your husband. If you can dupe your husband without even thinking twice, what do you expect outsiders to do to you? You have the mind to dupe your husband. We're not even talking about soup money here. We're not even talking about a gofe, little amount of money. We're not talking about 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000. We're talking about, can you imagine from 180 to 400, from 900 to 2.5 million? That's just ridiculous. Like that is just way out of line. It's way out of line. This man said there's no going back. Everybody has been begging him. His family are in support of the woman's bride price being returned. He's done and dusted with the marriage. If he cannot trust her enough, with this amount of money, imagine trusting her with his life. So he cannot gamble his life. At this point, this woman may even poison him just to take over everything. So he's not going back to it. Well, my own is for you women out there doing this. I think you should stop and ask yourself, if you are to be the breadwinner and your husband is doing this to you, will you be happy? Is it a nice thing to do? Hiking fees, increasing rents, is it right? Is it nice? This is a man you love, the father of your children, your husband. You do this to him without thinking. You do this to him without any remorse. Is it right? How do you sleep at night? How do you sleep at night doing this to your husband, to your beloved husband? I think you should stop and ask yourself these questions. Stop it. It's not nice. There are little amount of money here women, I won't say lie, they stylishly collect from their husbands, but not this huge amount of money. His business is on the line. What if it crumbles? Is he going to be there? Will you still be enjoying all the money? What if it crumbles? Well, this is how I come to the end of today's show, today's topic. Before I leave, do you think this man is overreacting by, asking the wife to leave, divorcing her, traditionally asking for the bride price to be returned? What do you advise this woman to do? You, woman out there watching this, what do you advise? What do you advise a man to do as a man? Is he way out of line, or you are in support of him returning the bride price? Let me know in the comment section. Alright, this is how I come to the end of today's topic, today's story. Until I come your way again with another interesting stories on Stories Unscripted. I am Omadia. For now, I say bye-bye.